Okay, so I was able to get the application. You can go to github.com/Andrew Connell, and I have a repo in here at vscode node debug issue78. So I'm going to grab this guy. I went ahead and cloned him down, and I have him down here local. First thing I have to do, just like any other node project, we're doing npm install, but I've already done that, so we don't have to worry about that piece. There's also, everything's done in TypeScript, so you have to build the entire TypeScript experience. So I'll do npm run build project, and what that's going to do is it's going to download all the typing files. It's also going to build all of the dynamically built like gulp tasks and all that stuff that we use, and then it just runs gulp, so I can go compile the project, and we can see the entire project run. If I do a gulp build app, that'll compile everything into a dist folder. So I have a folder called dist that you see right here that I can run the application by just saying node dist server index.js. And here we go. I can see the application running. So now I can say localhost 8080. And don't worry about that piece here. We're just going to focus on the API hosts. And now I can see that it's actually giving me data back from API endpoint. And we can see the request came up right there. And the source of it, you can see here's the API controller. And what he's doing is he's simply responding to a request here on API/host. And then I'm just building up an object and returning it back. So if I want to go through and I want to debug this, then the way that I'm going to end up doing, the way I'm having to debug this right now is that I have my launch.json file set up. You can see I've got the stop on entry is set to false. If I set it to true, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm getting the same experience. But here I'm running a pre-launch task called build. Over here, that's defined right here as build with the /-- app, which is what I did over here, right? So just again, that's just to give you a bit of a context on where my application and how this stuff is set up. So let's go in. Let's try and do the debugging experience I was showing you. So what I want to do is I want to hit a breakpoint right here, like right on status, right on the status before it writes it back. So if I go through and I hit F5 to go fire this guy up, and actually I'm gonna kill my other server over here that was running. Let's stop this and start it again just to be clean. Okay, so the application's now running. I can tell it's running by going over here and hitting it. Now, what I've got here is I've got a breakpoint. Let me stop that again, just to show the full experience. Let me get rid of all the breakpoints that we have here. And I'm going to set one breakpoint here on this one piece that I had. So here I'm going to go through and hit F5, get it running, come back over here, and I'll run the app. And now you can see, so you can see it being hit. I'm getting data back over here from this. Now, the trick that I'm having here, we can see that even by opening up the debug window, you can see I just got some stuff here. So if I come back over here to my debugger, I can see that this one breakpoint's not getting hit. And there, sure enough, it's not getting hit, saying a source map problem. But if I come back to the actual application, and I go to the JavaScript file, and I set a breakpoint on somewhere else inside the application, and I try and then hit the same page, the breakpoint is getting hit. You can see that it is loading the source map from the file, not from the inline source map or not from the node process. It's actually loading it from the actual file under src. So you can see this gets hit, but it still doesn't recognize this one. However, like you said in your post, if I then come over here and I toggle them on and off, it will see it and it will hit it.